Hi everybody, welcome to the Actors Academy. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 hardest things about being an actor. Now, a lot of people have an idea or a fantasy about acting, saying, hey, if I'm out here and I audition for a year, I can go and be in a big movie, TV show, work with my favorite actors, blah, 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 blah. But as great as an idea or an imagination or fantasy that might be, there's also a reality to the situation, and what I want to give you guys is a step or a glimpse into that reality so you have as much knowledge as you can in order to decide, hey, should I become an actor? Should I start acting now? Should I, wait a year, 2 years? When's the right time? The more information, the more knowledge you have, the more that you can decide and think about these things. Some of you may think, hey, this is a lot of work. Maybe I don't want to become an actor. Or some of you may think, hey, I'm ready for the challenge. Whatever it may be, as long as you have this information and you're able to work off of it, that's the most important thing. Whatever decision you try to make, I just want you guys to have all the information that you can so nothing surprises you and you don't learn about this information 2, 3, 4 years down in the future. So point number 1, for one of the hardest things about being an actor is that there's no guarantee. There is no guarantee at all that you're going to be able to make it successfully as an actor. Sometimes people think, hey, if I come out here to LA and I'm acting for a year doing auditions, that I will book a part. And that's just not the truth of it. I've known actors who have been out here for 4 whole years and they have never booked a part. Maybe there will be actors who will book little small things here or there, but they never book anything substantial or what they were looking for, what they imagined they might get. Some people with great agencies, some people with not so great agencies. So there is no guarantee. This isn't like in school where you go and you get a degree and then afterwards you can go out into the real world and get a job in that degree that you got. Acting is not the same way. There is no guarantee about it, and that is one of the hardest things about it because you never know if you're going to book anything. This is why I always suggest for actors and tell them, hey, get a degree at the same time while you're pursuing your acting. It is very possible. Some people try to say, no, it's not possible, or if it's a lot of work. Yeah, it'll be some work, but at least you have something to show for it. Because what happens is people come out here and they try to become actors and they're here for about 4 years, that's the average, and then they quit. They stop acting, they go back home. But the thing is, once you go back home after those 4 years, you don't have anything to show for it. Maybe you booked a few commercials here or there, but that's it. At least if you go and you get a degree, you have a few different options. Yes, you can quit after 4 years and say, hey, I don't want to do it anymore, I'm just going to go and get the job in the degree I got, which you can do. Or you may say, hey, I got a degree, 4 years has gone by, now I'm going to use this degree, get a job, make some money, but I'm still going to stay out here and I'm still going to audition. I'm going to do both. I'm going to work and I'm going to audition. Again, very possible. Or maybe while you're in school and you're auditioning while you're in school, maybe 2 years in, all of a sudden you get this amazing part that you auditioned for and now you booked it. Well, then you can put school on hold and then you can go and work on that job. But you have options that way. If you just say, hey, I'm just going to go and act, you don't have any other options, you don't have a safety net, you're just going straight for it. Which, hey, I admire you for it, but there is a high risk in it. And it's much smarter for you as the actor to go and say, hey, yeah, I'll get my degree at the same time as I'm trying to pursue this and become an actor. Because then again, after those 4 years, you will at least have something that you can show for it. Point number 2 is that there's a lot of rejection in this industry. Now, you guys have probably heard this all before, but it's very true. You will be rejected all the time. And there is different levels of rejection. It's not like one rejection is the same as all of them. We have the minor rejections and then we have the major rejections. The minor ones starting with, hey, you just go, you either self-tape for it or you go and you read for it in person, but you never hear anything back. Then it starts to get a little bit more intense when, hey, you did your audition and now they want to see you again. They get you for a callback. Now when you don't book this audition, this one hurts a little bit more. And then the next one where you have multiple callbacks, now you're meeting with the director and you're meeting with producers. And then when you get to the point where you're one of the last 2 people and they're deciding between you and somebody else, and when they don't pick you, that one hurts a lot. So there's different levels of rejection and some hurt more. But you have to realize as an actor, that's the job. That's the life that you're going into. This is what you're accepting the day you say, hey, I'm deciding to be an actor. It's also one of the things that you guys should consider of, hey, if you're on the fence and you're not sure if you should be an actor or not, how are you with handling rejection? Are you okay with it? You may be one of those actors who, hey, doesn't get booked anything for 4 years. It does happen. There are some people who don't get booked for 4 years. Are you able to handle that? Because that is a possibility. You have to ask yourself these questions. Point number 3 for one of the hardest things is that you have to hustle a lot. You have to work every single day. You have to work on your craft, building the relationships with your agents and your managers. And then at this point, if you don't have an agent or a manager, then going through that process and getting a good agent or manager that you like and they like you, that's a whole process. Making connections with casting directors, producers, other actors. Relationships are one of the most important things that you can make within this industry. I know actors who get booked on parts and they don't make any relationships with those people, and actors who do get booked on parts and they make great relationships. The reason that those relationships are important is because those people may have other jobs later on that they may book you for. If the casting director loves you on this project and the director loves you and the producers love you, if they are working on a future project and they remember you and they like you, you have a better chance at potentially booking that new part. Is it a guarantee? No, nothing is ever a guaranteed, but it's possible. And maybe they're like you and say, hey, you know, you were great in our last project, we want you for this one. It's something that helps a little bit more with the longevity of your career, but you have to know how to keep moving forward and hustling and pushing yourself to the next level. So I hope this all makes sense to all of you about some of the realities that it takes to get into this acting industry, and it doesn't deteriorate you from deciding that you want to be an actor and thinking, oh, there's all this hard work and nothing's guaranteed and you get rejected all the time, because these are factors, but it's something to consider, especially if you didn't know any of these points beforehand. But what you have to think about is, hey, if you still want to be an actor, how, with this information now, can you best navigate yourself through this industry? Saying, hey, is it a better idea to get your degree at the same time as you're acting? Well, in 4 years, it's going to come by either way. Either you have something to show for it in your acting, which again, it's a small percentage chance, but let's say that doesn't work out, at least you have a degree, and then you have something to show for it. And then with that degree, you can get a job, and then maybe you can stay out here a little longer if you choose to do so. Realizing, hey, you got to hustle in this industry. You have to make connections. You have to keep pushing forward. People have to like you. That deals with the longevity of your career. And then also realizing, hey, there's a lot of rejection, and rejection hurts. And you can have different levels of rejection. Sometimes you have the base level where, hey, you just audition, and then that's it. You don't hear anything from the project. Or you get to that spot where you're one of the last 2 people that they're deciding on, and then you don't get booked for it. It happens. But you have to realize that this is the life of this industry. This is the business you want to get into. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with everything. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you guys. Also, I'll be leaving the 10-hour acting masterclass down in the description below, and also in the comment section if you guys are interested in that. It takes about 2 minutes or so to sign up, as well as the 10 acting resume templates. Alrighty, see you guys next time. Bye guys.